Pisces. Pisces with Mars and Leo. This has to do with how you treat your body. So I think Pisces have had very disposable. The problem is the way you live in the moment is shit. Okay. And I just had to say that. I mean, yes, I got daddy issues. My dad was a Pisces, but it's beyond that. You're not living in your heart. You're living in guilt. You're living in worry. You're living in the past. You're living in the bottle. You're living with the cocaine. You're living with the horror. You're living with this. Yeah. You're never just living in your heart in the moment. Okay. And so this is about just living your heart in the moment. Butterflies will land on your finger. Squirrels will walk up next to your leg. It's time to do the whole Christ consciousness thing. It's time to follow Jesus. You're next on stage. Go. But the only way you can do it is if you love yourself in the moment. You have to be in your heart in the moment. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Easier said than done. Not easily done. Yeah. I mean, I can't do it. Right now I'm feeling hatred, for instance. Just kidding. But the point is that your heart, living your heart is actually the whole journey of ascension. So you could say that it's now time to walk the stairs of ascension, to climb the stairway to heaven. That doesn't mean eat a Whataburger and die of a heart attack. That means that every day life is better and better and better and better. And that you are just loving life and loving the moment and loving being you more than you ever have. So when Mars goes back into Cancer, the astrology says, well, now you're going to realize that you want something else from life. Because once you're living in your heart, you're like, wait a second. Why am I dealing with this job, this person, this relationship? Oh my God, now that I'm living in my heart, anything's possible. I think when you're going to a musical act, you're just going to break in a song in your office and you're just going to, end up doing this whole chorus line and realize that, singular sensation. I don't know why I had this in my head, but it is that moment where you're just going to be like the frog on the WB. I think your heart is just, we're going to see Pisces like we've never seen them before. We have never seen them this way, ever. Okay. I even think, after the age of Aquarius was, the fall of Atlantis. So age of, the next stage after that was shit. You know what I mean? Like, age of Capricorn, right? Yeah. So you really haven't thrived in a long time because from what I understand, civilization rose in the last age of Aquarius. So there has not been an age of Pisces with humans on it till this last one. So you have not really been able to shine like you're meant to. So it's about different emotional choices about what you invest your heart into and what you want to do, with your personal dreams versus what you feel you have to do or you feel guilty for or the penance you're paying. Saturn direct on Friday says that's all over. You're ready now. It's time. We can't have the age of Aquarius until we graduate the age of Pisces. We can't graduate the age of Pisces unless you all get off your ass, love yourself in the moment, and go for your personal dreams.
Right.
So I have to say.
I agree. And I really feel like that, stop dictating everything. That's one thing I want to say first about, you might start realizing that you've been dictating too much and not from a bad place. You're just trying to, maybe help other people do what they're not capable of doing when they're capable of doing that. So maybe when you start realizing to stop dictating those things for other people around you, you start putting that energy back into the self. And, one thing I think is going to change the Pisces, they get some success, but then just plateau forever. Never shine more. So it's like, you're going to start realizing you've been plateauing for a while. That's time to boost it up a little bit more now. And so, and I think a lot of that realization is going to happen when you stop dictating other people around you and stop kind of controlling how people do things around you. And maybe you need to hire that assistant, actually. Maybe you need to get that maid to clean your house. Maybe your relationship, they need to take up some slack of what they're doing and stop carrying the load. So when you allow yourself to minimize what you're being responsible for, then you can start feeling like that you plateaued for a while. It's time to get some charge up, almost like Aquarians, like get some light spotlight on you to realize that you can actually accomplish more from what you've plateaued in. And so, I think that if they take that message to heart, then I see a lot of massive, great change and boosts in what they're doing. It could be career, relationships, whatever they're trying to focus on in their life will be done in a way they've never done it before.
Yeah.
Right. But I do feel like Pisces too tend to get themselves stuck in a routine, and I think they're going to recognize that routine doesn't work.
Swimming in circles. That's a routine. That's the two fish chasing each other's tails. That's what that routine is.
Right.
They do get stuck.
Right. But they're going to feel so, when they actually peak out of that, they're going to feel so free and so like, I don't really have to control anything. Like I'm flying now. So it's a great time.
Well, they have Taurus in the third house of communication and thinking. So quite often the Pisces magic has been like depicted as the evil wizard in a Disney film, like, ooh, I know what I would do with this. Like they get in this over analytical control thing, like where they want to just like set it all up so the mouse falls into the trap. And it's just like, if you just would
Right.
have danced like the WB frog, I would have done it. But you didn't. So, shout out to Dylan, who
Right.
is in the office, in the audience tonight. One of our favorite Pisces, Dylan with Human Design, one of our masters.
All right,
Yeah, Dylan
Dylan.
Earth, there he is. Peace. Look at that crown and the bicep there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
the Pisces rise because, like I said, there's some cool ass
Yeah.
wizards, and when they're
Oh
healthy,
yeah.
man, they are capable of some amazing magic and
Amazing.
creative
Just yeah.
genius when they
Right.
are emotionally open and allowing things to flow. Like come up with
Right.
shit that's just so
Right.
beyond.
Right. But don't be competitive because I think it's a downside. They can tend to be too competitive
That's
sometimes,
Aries in
in
their
what they're doing.
second. They
So
feel like they have to compete for
yeah.
money because they're spiritual
Yeah.
beings and they don't get the whole money thing or work thing, but they don't get the money thing. And so they tend to want to just sit around and have money show up out of nowhere. And so then they're like, oh shit, I've got to compete and show them I'm the. So I think they're kind of playing
Right.
old ego games when it comes to money. But I think that's
Sure.
healing. I think that's healing. I don't think it's a long-term thing.
Sure. I think so. Yeah, for sure. I saw that also kind of dissipating in their rise to fame, so to
Totally.
speak.
Yeah, totally. So, all right. Well, I think that was a great summary of all 12 signs, buddy.
Oh, that's all 12 already. Okay.
Sirius Joy.